Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the community day, which is going to take place on the weekend. And we're going to rank all of the Pokemon that are available in terms of PvP value, what Pokemon you kind of want to get and which not. I'm always going to put the PvP IV on the screen for the Pokemon as well. And also, there's one Pokemon in particular that you kind of want to get for Generation 8 or like the next game that drops at the end of January, where you want to keep some PvP IVs for that Pokemon but don't evolve it. I'm going to say something about this then. I'm going to also mark it as a spoiler before, so people who don't want to get spoiled for the new game can skip that. But this one Pokemon is very important. Keep this Pokemon as the pre-evolution with good IVs. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about this later. We're just gonna start with ranking those Pokemon now, and we're gonna start with the tier list, basically, which Pokemon are available in the wild first, and how good they are in general with the new move for PvP. And the first Pokemon that we're gonna have here is gonna be Machamp. Machamp is very interesting. It has now access to Payback. Payback, a strong move, can hit all those Psychic types, which is kind of okay for the Machamp, but is it really better than Roserade? Not really, so I would rank it in nice to have, because nice to have is definitely something like here. Like, Payback is maybe cool in some specific matters. It's a cool surprise effect. It's not a bad move, but it's not matter. Roserade is just better, to be honest. So it's nice to have, but not a must have. And yeah, you can hunt for this. It's cool to evolve one, but you don't really need this. Next up, we're gonna have the next D-Day, which we had this year. It was a Roserade, and the Roserade got actually two new moves with Bullet Seed as a quick move and the charge move Weather Ball. Weather Ball made it way better. Like, this is a move that you definitely need, so this is for me a must-have. Bullet Seed is kind of debatable because Poison Jab got a boost, but Bullet Seed is still a decent Pokemon. I would actually get for all leagues 2 of them. Weather Ball Fire is always something that you kind of need, but the quick move is debatable, so get one basically for Poison Jab, Weather Ball Fire, and one with Bullet Seed, Weather Ball Fire for Great League and Ultra League. Master League, not really, but this thing definitely has some play, so I would recommend you getting this, definitely. And next up, we're gonna have Swablu on Altaria, which got the Moonblast as a move. It's difficult. It's definitely the best move as a secondary move on Altaria, so it's kind of either a must-have or a nice-to-have. For me, it's more like a nice-to-have, because having Dragon Pulse as a secondary move doesn't really hurt too much. It is better to have it with the Moonblast, so I rank it more over the Machamp as well, mainly for the reason that, yeah, it's just better as a moveset, but it's not 100% needed. Altaria won't be bad if you don't have the moveset, but if you can get an Altaria, it's definitely better than the Dragon Pulse one. And yeah, I kind of want to get this video also done fast, so it doesn't take forever, but we have to see. We have the next Pokemon, which was most likely the best community day on this year, Gible and Garchomp. And this Pokemon, again, I would rank it basically similar to Altaria, maybe even above it, because I think it has a little bit more play. It got Earth Power as a move, and Earth Power is a little bit better than Earthquake, but just a little bit. Again, it's basically the same move. I think you get it one shot faster, which is really nice. But is it really needed? Not really, to be honest. You can still play it with Earthquake. I still play it with Earthquake sometimes, and it's still fine. Earthquake does still more damage. For PvE though, Garchomp with Earth Power definitely the better Pokemon. Otherwise, yeah, it's definitely better, but it's not 100%. It's not for me a must-have, because otherwise, for me, a must-have is a Pokemon either has this move or it's completely bad. And that's something for Roserade, for example. The next Pokemon is a Pokemon that definitely needs this community day move, so I would say actually a must-have, because I think this Pokemon is very nice in general as well. It's gonna be Serperior. I would rank it lower than the Roserade, because for Serperior there are other Pokemon like Meganium or the Venusaur, which basically have a similar role. This thing is a little bit bulkier than those though, so it's kind of nice there. It has Leaf Tornado as a second move, or Aerial Ace. Kind of depends on what you want to play. I think Leaf Tornado actually has a little bit more play, because Aerial Ace is such a bad move. So I would rank it pretty high. It's not the craziest. You can also use the pre-evolution as an XL Pokemon for Great League. Actually has similar play to the main evolution, of course more expensive, but also a little bit more bulky. So kind of cool Pokemon. And finishing off basically the Pokemon that you're gonna have on the Saturday, more often available in December the 18th, gonna be Talonflame. And for me, Talonflame gonna be here. like completely on the left side for must have. This thing is amazing. This thing needs this quick move. It gets Incinerate as a quick move, which is of course one of the best moves in the game in terms of quick moves, and it needs this. It's like basically, in my opinion, as an XL Pokemon, 100% the best Pokemon for Ultra League. Like Open Ultra League, this thing is amazing. It's my favorite Pokemon. It's so good. And also in Great League, I have one of my favorite teams just having this thing on there. And yeah, like it's definitely one of the best Pokemon out there. And I really enjoyed this thing, so this is definitely ranked there. Next up, we're gonna have, like, this is all the Pokemon that you're gonna have on Saturday, and like you see already, like nearly all of them have some play, so like I don't know why people complain so much about the C-Days, but here we go. Next up, we're gonna go for the Evolutions, as those are gonna be available as EV on the Sunday. We have first the Vaporeon, and actually most people would most likely just put in just no, because it's not really the best Pokemon. And I would say it in Spice, because Scald just got an update which came basically after the C-Day. So now Scald is way better because it has like the drop chance for the attack for the opponent. It's a little bit stronger, like I think less energy or whatever anyway. So this is a strong, cool move that Vaporeon can now learn. Vaporeon is one of the bulkiest Pokemon as well. The problem with Vaporeon is always like kind of the coverage. So like you only have water type moves, and that's kind of a problem. You only have Water Gun as a quick move, which is also sadly a problem. But still, I think this is fine. I think Vaporeon deserves the Spice spot here. Next up, we have Jolteon. I'm not going to talk a lot about this. Zap Cannon, garbage. Don't use it, please. No, thanks. And next up we have Flareon. I would put it a little bit higher than Vaporeon in Spice, because like Superpower is a strong move. It's a move that makes it definitely better, and I played it a little bit. It was not a bad Pokemon. It's not meta, it's not anything crazy, but it's a cool Spice Pokemon and pretty decent. Here we have the next Pokemon, the Espeon with Shadow Ball. Please no, it's kind of like the same level as the Jolteon, like it just knows basically. Just don't do it, please. Never do that. Next up we have the Umbreon. Umbreon is interesting because Psychic is actually an interesting move there, as we have a lot of poison types, a lot of fighting types in the matter. But in my opinion, it's still way worse than Last Resort on Umbreon, because in Great League at least you have like matchups where you really need Last Resort, for example. All the other dark types, it's just like way better. Otherwise, if you have Psychic, you completely get walled by dark types, and you don't want that to be. So in my opinion, it's actually also nice to have Pokemon, but lower than even Machamp in my opinion. So of course everything else opinion based. So it's not garbage, it's not completely bad, but it is, yeah, not the craziest either. We still have some evolutions to go. Leafeon, I would actually say Leafeon is okay. Reason being, it gets Bullet Seed as a quick move, which is a very strong move, basically the same as Snarl. And it has already the Leaf Blade, but you kind of want to get the Last Resort as well, so you need like an early charge TM or a quick TM anyway. And Leaf Blade is one of the best charge moves. Bullet Seed is a really good quick move, and Last Resort as a coverage is also cool. The problem with this Pokemon, it gets walled by basically every Steel type. But other than that, I think this Pokemon has way more play than a lot of people expect. I kind of want to play this as well with Bullet Seed now, but it's not going to be really good. Then the next Pokemon in terms of the move that I got is like Water Pulse, Glaceon. Just no, please just don't use it. Thank you. And yeah, the last evolution is the Sylveon, which got Psyshock as a charge move in my opinion. You get next to the Talonflame here, actually, even before the Roserade. In my opinion, it's a way better Pokemon now, thanks to the new update. It has a move that gets fast too. It has a good coverage move because Psychic types on Fairy types, Psychic type moves on Fairy types are really strong, because usually you get all the poison types with them. You're going to be able to just hit them hard, and in general you have a move now where you get that fast in general. Sylveon has decent stats for Ultra League and decent stats also sometimes for Great League and also for Master League. It's actually a Pokemon that you can use everywhere. So I would give that a very, very high ranking there. Next up, for the Pokemon that you can get on the Sunday, we have the Duskull. And yeah, this thing, it is okay in my opinion. It's not spicy, to be honest, because like it's Shadow Ball, it's not like a spicy moveset or whatever. It's just not like, yeah, for me, it's even, yeah, it's basically where it belongs here. It's a worse Kovac Regus, basically. Kovac Regus has a better quick move, otherwise it would be the same. This thing has Hex, while Kovac Regus has the Shadow Claw. And yeah, it has the same moveset otherwise, so it's basically a perfect Regus. You can use it in Ultra League. It's not bad. It's really not bad. But it's also really not good, so it's just okay. Next up, we're gonna have the Jinx. Jinx is definitely a spice pick. It's not bad, like Psychic Fangs is okay. You have the Wild Charge, which is okay. I think this Pokemon has some play in maybe some limited metas, maybe even in the Holiday Cup now, who knows. But it's not gonna be good. Like, it's not gonna be like the most broken Pokemon ever, so yeah, like, I think it deserves the spice rank. It's not like just no, but it's not something that you should prioritize. Next up, we have another starter Pokemon, which is gonna be the Tepig. And this thing, please just no. Sadly, it's not good. Like, sadly, it has not real stats. It has not a good quick move. Doesn't really have the coverage. It is just really, really bad. Like, it just lags so much, and like, there's no real reason to use this thing. You can still build one if you want. I would put it like in the highest of just no, because it's still not the worst, but it's like something that you never really would consider over any other fire type starter. So I would just say, please don't build it. And now we go to the Pokemon where, if you don't want to get spoiled for the new game which is going to get released on the 28th of January, if you don't want to get spoiled, like, just skip a little bit ahead. We're gonna have the Oshawott here and the Samurott. Samurott getting the Hydro Cannon is definitely nice to have and not really that good, but what is actually the case here? Samurott is one of the Oshawott is one of the starters of the new game coming out, and we already have leaks that has been true the whole time now. They leaked like all the other new Pokemon that basically are from older Pokemon already, so they also leaked that there's a new version of this Pokemon, but only the last stage. So basically it's gonna still have Oshawott as the base stage, and you can get now good IVs. Don't evolve all of them, like keep one for Ultra and one for Great League. We don't know the stat product yet. We don't know if it's gonna be viable, but it's still something that you maybe should consider keeping, because this thing gets like a new move, a new type in general. I think it gets Dark type as well now. I think it was Dark type. I don't have the graphic on right now, but you're gonna see the graphic in general, all the new Pokemon that's gonna be there. And yeah, it's gonna get the Dark typing as well, so keep the Oshawott for them. You don't have to evolve all of them. I would like evolve still one for like Ultra and one for Great League right now, but I would try to keep at least IVs for maybe even 2 type of IV sets that look good for Ultra and for Great League, because you don't know how good this thing gonna be. It might be a really good new starter then. But yeah, this most likely gonna get new form. It's not 100% released or like confirmed, but all the leaks before were correct, so I just gonna assume that this leak is also gonna be correct. And yeah, this is a Pokemon that you might want to keep as some Oshawotts as well. Okay. Going to the last Pokemon basically that are available on the list, I'm just gonna go in the order that are down there, because those are the Pokemon that you can only evolve and get from eggs and raids, I think. Charizard with Dragon Breath, make it fast. It's nice to have, but actually I just would say it okay. It's not really that good. I actually would put it low okay. Dragon Breath or Charizard, it's not bad, but it's not something that you really want to consider for PvP. The next Pokemon is Beedrill. Most people most likely gonna say, okay, I'm crazy for that, but I would say it's a must-have. Reason being, Beedrill won't have any play without the move, and Beedrill is basically the only Pokemon that can do the stuff that like this thing can do right now with the moveset and the typing and anything like this. And this thing has a lot of play in like some specific matters, has some play in general, even in the Open Great League. It's kind of highly underrated. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. It's a really decent Pokemon for Great League. So getting this drill one, I think it's a must-have. It's a lower must-have, but I think it's a must-have. Next up, Alakazam. Nothing really I have to say. It's spicy. It's like it counters a quick move. It's not bad, but it's definitely not something that you would consider as like good or even okay. Next up, we're gonna have the Gengar. Gengar, I would say, is nice to have high tier. Reason being, like, the move you kind of want to have if you want to play Gengar, but Gengar is only viable in one specific meta that's only there for like 2 weeks, where it's like the non-XL Ultra League basically. Otherwise, Gengar is not the best Pokemon anymore in the XL version. It's not something that you see a lot of times. So it's definitely the best move to have Shadow Punch on this because it's the best bait move there, but not something that you see in general the Pokemon a lot often. So yeah, I don't know. Gengar is for me a nice to have, maybe must have. Kind of depends. The next Pokemon is definitely a must have. It is the Gyarados with the Aqua Tail. I would even put it higher than the Sylveon because you definitely need Aqua Tail, otherwise it has literally... I mean, you can also run a Crunch Outrage or something, that's how people do that as well. But Aqua Tail gives it so much more potential now, so this thing is amazing in the Master League in general, like Master League Remix Cup. It has play in Ultra League, it's really strong in general. I think it's a very cool Pokemon, it has a lot of play. Next up, we're gonna have the Shiftry here, and Shiftry is a Pokemon that's also pretty cool, but it's not gonna be like the best Pokemon. Again, it gets Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed is something that is okay, but not something that you really need because it has also Snarl, which is the same move basically, and Snarl is in most cases better than Bullet Seed. Some cases Bullet Seed is better, but for me, it is low tier nice to have. It's not something that you really want to use. Usually, you want to use Snarl usually, so yeah. Next one, we're gonna have the Empoleon. Empoleon is definitely, for me, a must-have. You kind of want to get this. I would put it here, basically after the Gyarados. This thing has play in Ultra League and in Great League, both of them. Just amazing typing, waterfall chunks after a while, has good coverage. It's really good. It needs the Hydro Cannon though, so definitely a decent Pokemon. Next we have the, I don't even know the name, Rock Wrecker, I think, for the Rhyperior. It's, again, this Pokemon is not really decent in the meta anymore, sadly it was before. It still has sometimes some play, then sometimes they don't even run the move and rather run Surf and the Superpower. I would consider it better than, for example, the Umbreon. But yeah, Rock Wrecker is cool to have, but the Pokemon is just in general more on the spicy side. I think it is decent. I think it has some play, but it's really, yeah, a little bit. I don't know. It's not that good. Next up, we have the Flamethrower for the Electivire. For me, that's an okay Pokemon again, because okay, I mean, it has like Flamethrower, so it's not the best meta Pokemon. I think Ice Punch is a little bit better because like you can hit those flying types, which you usually don't really, and especially the ground types. But yeah, you can still have some play with the Flamethrower, but not really. Then we have the next Pokemon is like Thunderbolt, Magmortar. Just no, please, just don't use it. Never use it. Not good. It's just not really good, to be honest. And the last Pokemon, we have the Porygon here. Porygon gonna be Spice. It's okay in Master League sometimes, like the classic version. It has some play in Ultra League, but Porygon 2 is just in general better. So gets Tri-Attack. And yeah, I don't know, it's not really that good. It's just spicy in Master and Ultra League. And Ultra League is just the pre-evolution better, and you don't really need an Elite Team or anything for that, because it has like Tri-Attack on its own the whole time, so yeah. Here you go, this is my tier list for the C-Day, which is gonna come up on the weekend, so have fun with that. Yeah, and get some Oshawott, please. Like, I think Oshawott is something that a lot of people are gonna overlook, and nobody really I saw talk about this yet. But yeah. If you like this video, leave a like and also subscribe. Otherwise, good luck catching some Pokemon, get some Stardust, and even if you got all the C-Day ones already, Stardust is always nice. So, see you next video.